Hey guys, what is going on? It's Gats. We are in. This is Plaguefall? I think this is Plaguefall. And I am going to attempt to tank a key. Or a dungeon. Yeah, a dungeon, not a key. So this is just a heroic. This is. Well, I'm not sure, how tuned this is at this point. Just ignore the thing telling me my rotation in the middle of the screen there. I'm going to get rid of that momentarily because I don't like it. I also think I'm using the wrong legendary. Yeah, I absolutely am using the wrong legendary. We gotta swap that with that one momentarily. Oh, that made a ton of Lua problems. Oh my. Alright. So, playing Blood Death Knight here. I'm not super experienced with Blood DK on beta. Haven't really played it all that much. Mainly because I haven't had a need to. I've been playing the DPS specs, testing those, and I'm just now getting into the, testing my my potential alt specs, levels of things here. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna grip them in, pop Door of Shadows, get some diseases out there, and just start punting some things here. You'll see that for whatever reason, Door of Shadows is, actually really good. Does a bunch of damage. Oh, man. Well, I apologize for the FPS. Most of that is coming from Lua errors. I believe that is Hikili breaking right now, because I swapped in a legendary that it doesn't know how to deal with. So we'll see. Let's try to kill that add-on real quick. Hikili, reload. Hopefully they won't pull the next pack. Typically in beta, if your tank's just standing there, they'll just kind of stare and go, oh shit, hope they're okay. Because that's what happens. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's run in here. Get a nice big group. See, now that there is the kind of fun I like. I like being able to pull big stuff like that. The Frost DK we've got in the group here, I'll check him out. Looks like he's dual wielding. Oh no, he is using a two-hander. Cool. Well, that makes me happy to see. He's using a two-hander. Can't go wrong with that. I'm purposely running on a character that does not have my name associated with it, because I actually had people recognize who I was the other day, and they were doing really stupid things, trying to screw up the dungeon I was running, which is weird, because I never thought myself being that popular. Alright, so here comes the boss. This guy here is pretty easy to deal with in general. Go ahead and pop some CDs, pop our little buddy, get our ghoul out there, hitting some damage. So there's a slime wave. You want to be in close to the boss so you can avoid that. Pop Door of Shadows. Get some extra dodge. So here, Globgrog went and summoned some ads. If they get to him, they empower him. And of course, most of the time you're just going to end up, at least on Heroic, killing it before anything bad actually happens. Not too big of a deal. Alright. So let's see, so down here we've got just a couple of mobs here. We're gonna try to pull a little bit bigger. Ooh. Well, we are gonna go ahead and start healing ourselves. Lots of stuff on the ground here. Okay. Do I not have Blood Tap on a bar? Am I not running Blood Tap? Yeah, I am running Blood Tap, just not on a button. We're gonna put it over there. Shift 6. I need more keybinds. Really, really need more keybinds. That's gonna kind of be the theme of Shadowlands for me here for a little bit. Is, what can I rebind? Because, yeah, there's just a lot here where I'm like, oh no, I didn't realize I needed even more. Okay. Now, my bonus shield charges are disappearing pretty quick. Basically, every time I get hit with anything, it's eating a bonus shield charge. I'm not sure if that's because I'm actually taking that much damage, or, you know, just some whatever goofy reason, but, you know, it'll be fine. I'll pop Dancing Rune Weapon, just to get a little more damage in here. Here come those slimes again. Which, like I said before, hilariously, just having triple disease just kind of eats a lot of enemies. It is pretty sweet. There we go, got us a cookie. Still have a flask active. The Warlocking group here just said that he's really not used to his beta UI, and I think to myself, yeah, neither am I, because I'm still working on mine. So here we have another random mob. We're gonna stun it and try to kill it here. Ooh, looks like they ate too much water, I'm guessing? Or something goofy. Okay. I'm gonna let the shaman go ahead and resurrect them there. Honestly thought Anti-Magic Zone was going to save everybody there. Spoiler alert, it didn't. 2 people died. Happens. Just blasting through here, you know, just standard DPS stuff here. You'll see with Swarming Mist up, it does a lot of your damage, which is pretty great. Really enjoying this ability.
I'll be happy to demonstrate my research.
Honestly, think the first legendary I'm going to go for is this this triple disease one. If it's not too difficult to get a hold of, you know, as long as it's not a raid drop, I think this is the one I'm going to want going into the raid. I'm just going to go ahead, we're going to fight the boss right here. Popping the swarm. Alright, let's see where he goes to. Alright, looks like he has picked to go over there, so now we gotta... Oh, thank you. That's super helpful. And this here is where DPS needs to hard focus this explosion. You do have quite a while to take care of it. This is level 70, or yeah, 70% move speed. Alright, see if they can sneak around without grabbing those. Should be able to. There we go. Alright, so now to head to the third boss. The third boss is like the most problematic in here. Because for whatever reason, it just decided that, you know, it was going to be a real big pain in the butt. So, knowing what I know now about the Covenants, I'm very much looking towards potentially playing Venthyr on my Death Knight, regardless of tuning, because the Swarming Mist that you get for going Venthyr as Death Knight is good for all three specs, honestly. It does quite a bit of damage. Unfortunately, the one for Night Fae, the Death Stew, is very, very strong, and is probably better for a tank, to an extent, but I also just really, really like the one that I'm currently using, so we're going to have to see, you know, if it stays being, you know, at very least, you know, competitive with it. There's some people who would say it's not, and to those people I say, I think you're wrong. But, you know, not going to tell them that they can't think about it themselves. So here's this here. We're going to get everything gripped in. 6 diseases up on everything is pretty impressive. That was a lot of damage. Alright, we're going to get over here. We're going to take this group out too. A little bit of lag going on with the server here. Not too unexpected. That happens quite a bit. Oh, stealthlings. Gotta get them off this guy. There we go. Alright. Now we can go ahead and get this boss up here. Alright, so this boss here is honestly quite simple. Whenever these Blood Assassins come out, you have a couple of options with how to deal with them. You can either grab them all together, somebody has to go into the web to get them out, or you can just kind of ignore them, which is incredibly dangerous, because you're going to get stacking nature damage. So you kind of need everybody to go and get one of them out of their webs, but you know, here on Heroic, we can just kind of ignore that. So Heroic's dropping item level 171 gear. The raid, I believe, starts at about 200 item level gear. So, you know, not extremely, you know, different there. Looks like Heroic pieces will be, you know, Heroic trinkets and that will probably be fine to start raid. I can't see any reason that they wouldn't be. Alright. So this last room here is one of the worst. Plaguefall is a very interesting dungeon in that there's a lot of trash in here. we go, big heal there. So I'm guessing at these mobs here, you actually probably aren't supposed to tank, because they hit pretty hard. Alright, so Margrave Stradama. This chick is hard to kill. She does a lot of damage, and is just in general a very dangerous mob. So over here when these malignant spawns pop up, you gotta get in front of them, and then whenever these tentacles come up, you have to not be where the tentacles are, or you take a bunch of damage. This is a lot easier than it used to be. Previously, it was if you were in here and you were even just a little bit off, you'd just be screwed. You'd just die super fast. They have since fixed that. It's a little less intimidating now. Still nasty if you get hit. I do believe it will hurt you pretty bad. Alright, so then we've got one, and then somewhere to stand. And so here's a bunch of patterns here. And so whenever you get this set up here, you have to wait until the first one goes, and then get into your safe area. Now I'm assuming the higher the difficulty, higher difficulties, it should be a little quicker. But there we go. So that is Heroic Plaguefall. Super easy dungeon as long as you know where you are going. And go ahead and just leave the instance here. So I was playing Blood Death Knight there. As most people would probably be able to tell, because I was tanking. Taking a quick look at my talents here. I went with pretty much the standard build I've seen people using. Heartbreaker for the runic power, Homeostasis for the big heals, Blood Tap, which is, just get yourself extra runes. I do not use it enough. I need to make weak auras. It also competes, I think, really well with Relish and Blood. Foul Bulwark is just kind of there. I think it's probably a raid talent. Will of the Necropolis can probably be swapped for Anti-Magic Barrier if you really need it. Grip of the Dead, I just use this over anything because I really didn't want another button. Voracious, Death Strike healing is increased by 20%, gets you 15% leech. Amazing early on, and then Red Thirst for more Vampiric Blood. It killed my conduits, apparently. Let me see here. Can I get in here and look? Will that refresh it? Alright, it's not going to do that. Alright, so on my conduits here, I took Meat Shield, Dancing Grew up an extra 3 seconds. Parries get you more max health. Impenetrable Gloom, extra damage and dodge from your Swarming Mist by 5% for the first 4 seconds. Blood Boil increases the damage enemies take by Blood Plague by 1% for 6 seconds, stacking it to 3 times. And then Heartstrike deals 10% increased damage to enemies affected by Blood Plague. Just some damage stuff for threat, and actually a little bit of survivability as well. Never had to use Service in Stone, thank goodness. Didn't use Door Shadows at all, because I'm still not used to having a mobility thing there. Holds your ground, is just, if you stand still, you get more stamina. Really crazy. And then 50% less durability taken from death, which is something I honestly wouldn't take on live. I'd go with this leaving a rest area, gets you health regen out of combat. But of course, when running around doing stuff out of combat, I'd be using this tree over here with the unholy things in it, because I'm probably going to be playing Unholy and Frost. So anyway, guys, thanks for checking in. I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.